It looks like Jimmy Kimmel is returning to ABC. And upon the third day that the Son of Christ died, he rose up out of hell. Jesus analogy all aside, yeah, it turns out you should have not listened to anything from that dipshit Brendan Carr, who is honestly trying to push like rank fucking authoritarian bullshit for the express purpose of fucking his like I don't know best friend fucking Donald Trump. Obviously, Sinclair Media Group was not very happy about this. These complete utter freaks, these Trump sycophants, these allies, these collaborators, of course, not collaborators. They are pro Trump, all of them. So like I don't know, like complete utter nonsense. They're still going to basically not air any fucking Jimmy Kimmel live. Again, we took a look at the fucking clip in particular. Let's be honest here. He just said and just made fun of Trump for basically saying to who a person who basically said was his fucking goddamn friend, seemingly just didn't give a fuck about the at all in terms of Charlie Kirk fucking dying and would prefer to talk about his fucking stupid ass ballroom construction. But obviously, conservatives had a complete fucking screed. Decided to just bitch, moan, and complain and just lose their fucking minds over this for like no reason. Like, so spare me. It's complete fucking stupid. Like, Sinclair Media Group are just gonna like cope, seethe, and maul about it. Uh, if anything, as far as I can tell, I don't know if Jimmy Kimmel is going to apologize. He should not apologize because what happened to them was inherently just completely full of shit. It was nonsensical. And a lot of actors are coming out in support of what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. I think it's about 400 different fucking goddamn actors. And if anything, I think this and also Disney specifically losing about $4 billion over, well, maybe not completely just because of Jimmy Kimmel, the whole stink that was ginned up because of this, because a lot of people were canceling their Disney Plus subscriptions, and a lot of these actors and also podcast hosts were advocating for people to cancel their Disney Plus subscriptions over this. They've lost about fucking $4 billion in terms of profit. So, if anything, this is probably the bigger fucking motivator for any of this. And if Jimmy Kimmel comes back, he should not apologize at all for anything that he said. He didn't say anything out of context. He just played a clip of what Trump said and just made fun of Trump. It had nothing to do with fucking Charlie Kirk. Like, he was talking about how, yeah, Trump, you don't say that about your fucking supposed friend. Like, that's a little weird, buddy. And I agree with Jimmy Kimmel. Basically, Trump preferring to talk about a fucking goddamn ballroom instead of the tragic assassination of Charlie Kirk is really, really fucking weird. I mean, we can go through all the fucking goddamn actors, and there's a lot of big ones. What? Mark Ruffalo is supporting Jimmy Kimmel. I believe also Pedro Pascal also is supporting Jimmy Kimmel. Lots of fucking big fucking names and actors and musicians. I think Selena Gomez has also said to come out in support of fucking Jimmy Kimmel. So many people have decided to be like, yeah, this is like complete utter bullshit. Like Olivia Rodrigo is also a big fucking goddamn singer as well, who is saying that yeah, they stand with fucking goddamn Jimmy Kimmel. So again, like spare me at fucking conservatives. Like I think even Conan O'Brien as well talked about the suspension of Jimmy Kimmel, like criticizing the administration. So that's really cool, great, fantastic. And every single goddamn sort of comedian and like late night talk show host has been talking about their support of Jimmy Kimmel. Talk about like, yeah, this is like complete utter bullshit, bro. Like fuck off with this complete nonsense. The point is the fact that Donald Trump was doing this for an authoritarian fucking crackdown, a further authoritarian crackdown on speech. Because again, like he just doesn't like the fact that a bunch of comedians just make fun of him for being like an ostensible fucking weirdo. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I don't think he's like the best as a fucking comedian, Boy Meets Minnie, but like, who really gives a fuck about any of that stuff? You know, all he literally did was just talk about specifically, like, oh, well, we're going to just go after all these like dumbasses and dipshits because we hate them because, well, mostly because they're criticizing me and I'm such a stupid little baby who can't take any criticism whatsoever. You can't criticize me. And by the way, complete utter weakness and capitulation, as expected from Disney and ABC, being more obsessed with just wanting to do their stupid corporate merger with Skydance Media, because that's the only reason why they decided to capitulate. Basically, it was a complete offhand comment from Brendan Carr of the FTC saying that, oh, like, maybe we'll go after, or not the FTC, but the FCC, rather, saying, like, oh, maybe we'll go after Jimmy Kimmel or something, and then they decided to just freak out and say complete nonsense. I think Brendan Carr was also talking about The View wanting to go after them as well, right? You also wanted to go after The View? Yeah, FCC chair Brendan Carr threatens The View again after Jimmy Kimmel's suspension. Dude, if they successfully decide to go after The View, like, all the liberal fucking wine moms that watch this shit, they're going to lose their minds, dude. Like, this is not going to be fucking good. Did The View have a response to this? Frustration with FCC's action spans political spectrum from The View. What do we have here?
Now look, did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? So you know, no one silences us. And to all my friends in Italy who reached out, you have to know, it's okay, we're still here, we're still broadcasting.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think they didn't because they wanted to see what Jimmy Kimmel would say. The similar thing with Stephen Colbert. They wanted to wait and see what people said. And as far as I could, I mean, I don't think, like, Jimmy Kimmel, has he indicated that he's not going to apologize, right? Jimmy Kimmel reaction to suspension? What has he been saying? He has set to return. Howard Stern obviously also talked about this. Like, Howard Stern was one of the main guys advocating, saying, like, no, fuck you. Like fuck off. Cancel your fucking Disney Plus subscriptions. I know he talked with people saying, like, this is, like, complete fucking bullshit. So, did he talk about this? Is there any reporting about this? What happened behind the scenes before that led to the suspension? Oh, that's before the suspension. I mean, it's the FCC. We all know about this. That's unfortunate. I don't think we're going to find anything about that.
And when the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first. We did the same thing with Stephen Colbert. Then
I haven't been able to find anything quite yet. I don't think there is anything. Like, I think he's just been talking with people behind the scenes, if I were to take a bet.
Show was on tape on Friday. But we are live here today, and we're getting into it now. Okay?
I guess they're saying that because they had a pre-recorded show. I get you. Okay, that makes sense.
To be clear, you cannot like a show. Now, I want to make sure I got this right. To be clear, you cannot like a show, and it can go off the air. Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air, but the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silenced. And you may be surprised.
It's interesting that Whoopi Goldberg, I think, is seemingly reading off of a teleprompter there. I think the reasoning for that, and I'm not sure, like, I don't think there's really much of a point of being careful about the language here, because it's pretty, like, obvious that what the administration is doing here, and even if they were to hypothetically sue, they would lose that lawsuit, like they've been losing most of their other fucking lawsuits when they've been doing their overly censorious, idiotic fucking actions, but whatever. Complete utter nonsense aside, if Trump were to try to sue through the FCC, they would get blown the fuck out in the fucking goddamn lawsuit, because what they're doing is obviously against the fucking First Amendment and is a obvious fucking authoritarian move. Like, it's complete utter fucking bullshit, dude. Like, it's so ridiculously fucking stupid what's going on with specifically Jimmy fucking Kimmel.
To see who agrees with us at this table, because it blew us away. Take a look.
Do you believe that Brendan Carr's comments were appropriate?
Absolutely inappropriate. The government's got no business in it, and the FCC was wrong to weigh in, and I'll fight any attempt by the government to get involved with speech. I will fight.
We are quickly turning into a banana republic. The President of the United States is now employing the full power of the federal government, the FCC, the Department of Justice, in order to punish, lock up, take down off the air all of his political enemies. I think what...
Would they, though? Like, if there's a lawsuit about this Boy Meets Minnie, no, they're going to get fucking blown the fuck out of the water, which is why they're going to fucking try to come up with, like, any mealy-mouthed fucking bullshit to try to justify it. It's complete fucking nonsense, dude. Like, no. Like, they're going to get fucking owned.
What Brendan Carr has done at the FCC is illegal and unconstitutional.
He says, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Yeah. And I got to say, that's right out of Goodfellas. That's right out of a mafioso coming into a bar.
Oh, yeah. Fucking Ted Cruz also saying this stuff is, even if it's a Trump-appointed judge, Boy Meets Minnie, no, it's not going to fucking happen. Like, even Trump-appointed judges have been ruling against a lot of fucking Trump's bullshit. Like, even like in terms of the tariff stuff, a bunch of stuff got fucking stopped by Trump appointed judges, like on different fucking panels, saying like, no, we don't agree with what the administration's doing. It's nonsense, dude. And also, Ted Cruz is saying this simply just due to the fact he's probably looking to angle a way to try to move away from Trumpism, because this is, broadly speaking, a very, very unpopular fucking move. Like, do not trust anything from fucking that man, Ted Cruz. Nothing should be trusted from him.
Nice bar you have here. It'd be a shame if something happened to it. I like Brendan Carr, but we should not be in this business. We should denounce it.
Yes. So you understand what all that was. He was doing a lot of voices and stuff, but it might have gotten lost. But basically, both sides in the middle of the aisle are saying, you don't do this. This is not how we work. But you know who still doesn't have a clear message about all of this? Check it out.
I read someplace that the networks were 97% against me. I got 97% negative, and yet I won it easily. I won all 7 swing states, popular, I won everything. And then 97% against. They gave me only bad publicity.
He did not win the majority of the vote. Like, after the vote was done, he won about like 49% of the vote.
More press. I mean, they're getting a license. I would think maybe their license should be taken away. It'll be up to Brendan Carr.
No, it's not up to Brendan Carr. It is not up to him. I don't understand
It is
how
not.
you are the man in charge of the nation, and you still don't understand how the First Amendment works. Do you want to remind him?
I would like to.
Lawyer,
Yes,
please
I would
do.
like to. Thank you, Whoopi. You know, freedom of speech undergirds our democracy, and our founders were very, very clear on that. Our founders drafted the First Amendment specifically to protect the rights of citizens to criticize the government. Thomas Jefferson, in particular, said the citizens must be able to criticize public officials because, quote, they will try to impose their own opinions and modes of thinking on others, end quote. And the Supreme Court, time and time again, has reinforced its support for the law of the land, the First Amendment, freedom of speech and freedom of the press. In 1929, I remember being in law school. Not in 1929. Thank you. I remember being in law school in 1991, and my constitutional law professor said that in 1929, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes, one of the greats, said that we must protect the freedom to express the thought we hate. Yes. Think about that. We must protect the freedom to express the thought we hate. Yes. And so Justice Sotomayor said last week that every time I listen to a lawyer-trained representative saying we should criminalize free speech in some way, I think to myself, that law school failed. Well, my law school, Notre Dame, didn't fail. I know very well what the freedom of speech means. I know all of you know very much what the freedom of speech means, and the President of the United States should know what freedom of speech means.
Well, listen, for me, I want to start by thanking.
Okay, I don't think there's really much else to go in here. Like, I mean, it's inarguable. What the administration is doing is blatantly fucking wrong, right? I was just mostly looking to see what they were saying. But yeah, I mean, it's fairly obvious what the administration is doing is being done with the express purpose of basically, trying to push their own particular agenda. It is purely authoritarian. It's a fucking power grab. And they know that if this were to ever go to court, they would get fucking completely annihilated within court. Like, it's really, really fucking stupid. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there is a lever, Boyman Smitty, they will fucking pull it. But here's the thing, like, it's going to get sued. It's going to end up going to the courts, and it's probably going to end up fucking failing. The problem is that courts take a lot of fucking time, right? Like, in order to sort of basically like litigate all this stuff and just talk about the legality of what's going on. And that's like the main problem. Like, Trump is going to keep trying to do all of his like insane, complete, utter nonsense, belligerence and bullshit as like for the express purpose of trying to basically push the levers of power, see what he can fucking get away with as much as possible in order to basically just have the fucking Project 2025 nonsense and bullshit be the main thing that is implemented, right? It's all unitary executive theory fucking bullshit, aka I want to be an authoritarian dictator fucking doctrine, right? It's all the same shit from Project 2025, right? Like, Brendan Carr was one of the fucking co-writers of the project, the sort of like policy prescriptions of the Trump administration. So again, like, this is not gonna fucking work out like the Trump administration thinks. The First Amendment still exists. They're gonna get owned by it every single time. And listen, Jimmy Kimmel, just as Jesus died upon the fucking cross, he rose up out of hell after 3 days from after being killed by fucking Pontius Pilate. Okay, we're doing a Jesus analogy. Okay, I am very, very religious because, I mean, he was only God for like literally 3 days. Okay, we are all now Jimmy Kimmel. Not fucking. We are not all Charlie Kirk. Okay, we are all Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, I don't think there's like really much else to say about that, but this is complete bullshit. The only purpose of this is just because Trump just hates the fact that anyone, it doesn't matter who it is, can be big, small, not funny, who just wants to go after his political opponents and just wants basically people to suffer as much as fucking possible. That's the point of any of this stuff, right? He just wants it to be as difficult as possible for people to be able to live and have comfortable lives within the broader United States of America. I don't think there's really much else to say besides Trump, you're taking a big fat L on this one. Even Republicans are coming out against you on this one. So, yeah, this is, well, even though, like, for the Republicans, it's incredibly fucking cynical. They're just trying to angle this as, like, a way to move beyond Trump, obviously. But, yeah, this was just too fucking egregious. I think the administration just bit off way more they could fucking chew. And there was no fucking way anyone was going to, like, have this fucking stand. Let's be quite honest here.